Hi, hello. It's currently 10 past 9. Uh, Sorry for not being here for like 2 weeks for absolutely no reason. Um, I just haven't felt like streaming though, but I don't know. Today I don't really have anything else to do. I did the stuff that I wanted to do today, and I feel all right now. So, we're finally back once again. Um, we're just gonna be going back to Disco Elysium for at least another stream because thanks to a friend, I got a code for Deathloop. Hello, Onion. I got a code for Deathloop, so I have that now. Didn't have to pay a penny and didn't even pirate it. Um, and so I think like maybe the next stream I might start Deathloop. I just wanted to get another disco stream in though because you know it just felt appropriate. So I guess without further ado, we'll get back into this. If I recall correctly, the last thing I did before I ended the stream last time is that I body checked a door and died. So we're doing pretty good, and the game got political. So all I know is I'm just gonna leave here. So. For real though, I do remember the one thing that I was suggested that I do is talk to the old lady inside. There's some wheelchair-bound lady inside here. Also, pardon me if I forget anything, because
The
I straight up
theme on
might.
that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
Yeah. Anyways, before the narrator interrupted me, if I forget anything, like any items that I had, bear with me. I might have forgotten a lot of things. I'll have to just like look through my inventory or whatever and see what I have. So what are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Alright. Alright, so this old lady here.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie, look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Okay. So this woman thinks that Harry's a hot piece of ass. Thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Esprit de corps. This woman look at the portrait on the bottom left. This woman has fucked up taste. I mean, yeah, hobo cop, right? So Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your
Oh, hi, Blitzer.
financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Not gonna bother with that. What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Evrard, the Union leader.
Gee. Once again, the game brought the politics.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Let's see what happens.
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Of course I shouldn't have asked you. Stupid me.
Despair creeps into you.
Wait.
Getting fat on your weakness. Whatever.
Are you
negative intentions you
kidding
once had as
me?
a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Bruh. Yeah, I take a break from streaming for mental health reasons, and then the cop dies of depression. What?
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm done. No one even likes died of cringe. I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
This is getting too real. What is this?
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner,
He's
commented.
going. Oh.
Sergeant Mac Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
So this is game over speed run. Like less than 10 minutes, I get depression. Wait. Oh. That gave me a heart attack. Continue didn't appear. I thought it wiped my save file. I thought it wiped my save. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's not ask the woman for money because then I'll literally die. God, how poetic is that?
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who?
Why,
Sweetie?
you are, officer.
Let's try a different response then. Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once, winked twice, but then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here.
And I'll just skip over the
Selena
stuff we already
is
heard.
lucky enough for the motley crew.
So
Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're in Revachol.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
I guess I'll get some lore for the viewers or anything else that clicks on this. So, all I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Her eyes are filled with light reflected off those gilded years when the city seemed full of possibility.
Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
I actually don't know. Well, it's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, slow down, Kanye. Anyways. Safe answer, some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Alright.
Buying is voting.
Of course. I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Ooh. What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What did that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Lieutenant? Oh.
I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
I'm not gonna ask her to roll with me yet, just because there's something here that I feel like I should be able to do.
Good luck.
And I think I'd rather just do it before
The theme on that pin clinging to a picture book version of the past
Let's
century.
see. I'd rather know about the world of today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
So, I remember getting some bolt cutters or something, so I think I'm able to clip off a key off of this guy. If I recall correctly. Yeah, chain cutters. So, and I remember this guy has something.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. Let's drink a clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Don't lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Wait, why do I have to do that? Isn't that bad?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Never mind then, because I remember he had like something on his belt, and I thought I could like use the chain cutters to clip it off, but don't see it.
Hello again, sweetie.
How would you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
It's a white check. Do it. Right, okay. I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses and catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Right, yeah. Like, there's something about the paranormal that's something to do with Lena. So, I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Do wonder if that's going to... Is that open? Oh, hello. I didn't even notice that.
A thin man is
I missed that one.
below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. I missed the thought bubble again. Oh, there's also another door there. Okay, I'm gonna check out this white check here. God, I hope I don't just die again. Well, it's a white check. It should be fine.
The worker is in a deep slumber. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Let's see what's through this door here. Oh, wait. Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
No. There was a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator. I actually don't remember that myself. I'm surprised Harry does, if that's even a thing.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. I don't even know what that means.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
I try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Touch the
The
door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Right. Also, I want to quickly check something. I think there was like a quest that was like end of day brief, so at that is 10 o'clock. So rich people drink alcohol in a secret passage.
Can I help you?
I've seen something here at the Whirling Gart, a thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the frit warehouse, probably.
There's 3 T's there. Why are there 3 T's? Anyway.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Did I even see that? I cannot remember.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Alright. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Something else.
What
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Goodbye. All right. Oh, I should have put that on to try to see if I could have waken him up, but whatever. Gotta remember that. Physical instrument with that shirt there. Alright. I'll try to get my bearings on it. Union box. Gosh, what do I do right now? Wait, oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I had to talk to Kim just to see if he has anything to say.
Yes? What do you want to know?
Hey, that's all I have for now. Yeah. You have anything new?
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Nah. Fuck the police. Those for winter, please use main entrance. Let's see what's over here. I haven't been up here yet. Most able-bodied Ben, the issue hosts a top 10 list. Popular music mag. Who's this guy?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Oh! The racist lorry driver. Why are you dressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Based.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to
He does
actually
lorry
attain
races.
self-determination.
Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What's that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Oh my god. So he just went from welcome to Revachol to sorting of the races. Holy shit. Like, this obviously isn't like I didn't real like if it didn't say racist lorry driver and not for Kim's outburst, I wouldn't have realized that saying welcome to Revachol was meant to be a slight against him. But like now it's like the mask is off. Holy shit.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Let's see how bad this let's see how bad this rabbit hole gets. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
I hope by trying to dig in this rabbit hole, I'm not intentionally making Harry into a fascist. Okay, what else have you thought up?
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Yeah, and what's the problem with that then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Bro, fuck this guy.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
What is this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos?
Imagine accidentally becoming a fascist.
Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
I'm tempted to say that's literally just Kanye West right now. Say nothing.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
I'm not taking this from a frickin' truck driver. What sick fuck picks number one? Who would actually pick this? Like, unironically, like not even for gameplay purposes. Actually, no, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
Did he say anything else?
Something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so...
He might be racist, but he still might help with the investigation. The worst person you know might make a great point. Kanye would pick number one, yes. Like, you know you fucked up when even Alex fucking Jones has to tell you to back off. It's like, okay, I don't want to make, like, obviously I don't want to make the stream just about that, but, like, Kanye's acting so on the nose that I'm almost, that it feels like it's a psyop. It probably isn't, but it feels like a psyop. It's that on the nose. It's like the people who, like, throw, like, just, what was it, like, fucking SpaghettiOs at a Van Gogh painting? Like, Jesus. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Okay.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Jesus, he's still going on after I told him to fuck off. To be honest, though, I'm surprised that telling him to fuck off, though, it isn't like doesn't lock out the conversation, though. Because if this was real life, that'd be the end point. We wouldn't be talking right now.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Rod?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
Also, I gotta. I gotta also gotta point out though as well. It's really funny hearing like about like keeping the races pure and all that, you know, eugenic stuff when you're built like a thumb. Like, bro, why do the people of like the people who claim about like being the perfect race though are like the worst examples of it? Like, buddy, where's your chin? You've got like actually no, you've got like several of them.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Hikokata's not in the south and definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
He's still going on. What a stream this has been so far. So first I die of depression, and then I'm talking to a racist as fuck lorry driver. Like, this guy is worse than Rene from the last stream. That guy was more about, like, just, like, felt like, if I recall correct, like, well, he was a bit racist, though, but also, like, conquest and stuff like that, though. But this guy is just, like, mask off. This guy is just... Jesus. You keep saying Koikos. What did that actually
He
mean?
means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
So why the word Koiko?
Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone. Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us.
So they're Polish, it sounds like.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
We wanted it. I got experience, whatever.
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Man, I already got like such great ideas for the thumbnail. I just gotta be able to like find the comic panel that I'm thinking of. I don't even know the name of it, but you've probably seen it though. Of like I said, I referenced it just a couple of minutes ago. Of some guy telling some person with like a hooked nose and no chin, who is apparently being a racist or whatever, and saying like, why are people who are like talking about all the like being the best races are like the worst examples of them. If you have that, if you know that comic panel, like put it in the server, because I want that. Hold on, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So it's kind of a union.
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
And we're done for now. Freet, sick. Also, good, an autosave. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio. And Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. Alright, let's see.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
Oh, this is a sick painting. This looks cool. I like this one. Anyway. Why is 3T? Anyways, that's really bugging me.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this Freet?
I don't know. Frit?
Frit, whatever. Why is it written with 3 T's? That's what I want to know.
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The
Alright.
story goes that normal Fritta with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Oh, Jesus. Just, y'all know Pray for the Gods. Because Pray Bethesda, you know, PREA, and then Pray for the Gods also use the word pray in their name, so they had to change it to PRAEY, which is absolute nonsense. Anyway, what magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She holds a cover boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing. Iron Maiden to Ion Maiden. Yeah. No, wait, no, wait. It was Ion Maiden to Ion Fury. No, it wasn't Iron Maiden, though. That is, like, literally just the band name. Anyways, okay, cool. She's looking at a Yuri Dojin. Cool.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I want to say this. I approve of this very futuristic tap on the girls kissing.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods.
For the record, I'm not fetishizing this.
The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
Now, let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirlian Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Yep, so that's not... Yeah, so it's definitely not that. It probably is like the elevator that they hypothesized earlier, and not what Gart said. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Hello? Hold on a sec. Breakthrough imminent. Okay. Whatever that means. I still don't get this game, but we ball. How long has it been there? I already know that, but might as well
I
just...
don't know, really long.
It was a week, right? What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Okay, she's not really helpful at
No
all.
need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Tell me about the economic
I
reality.
don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Oh. What about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
The coalition, what's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
I won't bother with you this nonsense anymore.
Cool.
Alright.
Hobocop.
Whoa.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Arden-Macan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
I mean, I kind of want to let the body down, though. Like, I mean, that doesn't lock me out of finishing it, right? So, reveals extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. Whatever that means. Still have one of these, but... Is that... So, shivers come from the temperature, drops you more keenly wherever your surroundings, it enables you to hear the city itself to truly belong to the streets. It is a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time, scenes across the city happen in front of you. But who is speaking to you? At high levels, shivers make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With a low shivers, it will hear the city speaking to you. If you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? I still have a skill point that I haven't been able to spend yet. Like, I know there's no, like, optimal thing, but I still want to pick, like, you know, 3 T's. How idiomatic. Oh, right up there.
Scab?
Okay.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Huh? Hold on, where do they all come from?
It's me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like him much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
Oh, right, I just remember what a scab is. Yeah, right. For a second I thought he was being racist. No, yeah, I remember, I'm familiar with that, I think.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
What's the strike about
You
anyway?
know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Let's fix my posture, sorry.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
That simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're actually saying it's quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
This man is going to kill me.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
I don't want to be racist. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
I do want to see how low the odds are anyway. Because what was it to punch Kuno was like, what, 17%? Have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
I'm short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Ballin'. We're getting paid. 72%. Got it. Appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
Now it's towards the protesters.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Unions have problems getting by.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Let's just see what this Measurehead is like. I'm not gonna try anything, but look past there. Yeah, it's locked in, isn't it? No one comes close to measure the right stuff, Measurehead. I'm not gonna try to fuck with this guy. I just do want to see what he says. There's...
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Whoa.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
Got XP at least.
Alrul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
The Elmoran people did not invent alcohol. It's existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam and Rul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
What is this guy? I'm probably gonna eat shit though by arguing with him, but I want to see where this ends up. I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
The babe looks at him with eyes full of admiration that transcends the merely sexual. Enough, I need you to open the door to the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Wait, what?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed
Oh my god.
Crows. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
You know, I think I've seen these guys on Twitter. I find it funny how, like, each disco stream, though, has kind of gotten, like, progressively more and more heavy. Because first we go with, like, just, like, you know, skimming over the, like, you know, like, dabbling in a bit of communism while talking with a fascist, to, like, people just talking about race theory.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Don't kill me.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
I'm not even gonna, like, that's not a check. Honestly, like, I need to move, like, about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Yeah, this is going nowhere. I'm not even gonna agree with him. I'm just gonna, like, yeah. I figured as such, but, you know, curiosity, see what happens. What is that? Can I even reach that? Guess not. This staircase confuses me. Anyway. It says GRIH. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor.
Bastards!
Oh.
We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Alpha male.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
And I just want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work!
He shakes it.
Shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't really my area of
We are
expertise.
not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity.
Let us work!
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you were unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel.
I mean, oh, what do you miss? I mean, like, when did you come back? Well, I don't have timestamps here. I mean, I was mostly just like trying to exploring this gate here that I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through because there's a big scary man blocking the button that I need to open some office that I can use to get into the harbor.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Here's the thing I'm wondering though. It's like this man seems big enough to take on Measurehead, so why don't I just get him to fight him? Unless, you know, he doesn't want to do that. But it seems like the only thing though, and I don't get beat up. Have you considered storming in, like, all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I'm just gonna leave now. What is this?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Gee, I wonder who drives this one.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Leave. Oh yeah, this place. I totally didn't even... I got the speech bubble thing. I mean, the thought bubble, but I don't... anything around my... I got no nodes to click on. I've already gone through there. Magnesium, sweet. Man, yeah, sorry if I just seem lost, because I'm not totally sure what I can do right now. Did I already check this? What is that? Okay.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Huh?
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Never noticed this before.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Wait, but Pleasance is in her store. Unless the NPCs have schedules, she is at her store. This is the police. Please open the door.
I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Wait, this might be the same building. See. Or let's see what all this is.
The doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Andrew Orlando Hair SCA. So, boxing for young elites in
All
gym.
you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute or two. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
That didn't sound good.
Have you come to place an order?
That sounds haunted.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Hold on, Transcendental Electrics? I thought I was talking to Slipstream CSA.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice.
What?
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
The fuck was that?
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, it's a goodbye then.
Press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Wax cylinder, slipstream CSA.
No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Fortress accident CSA.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress accident. Silence. No one answers the door. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. Silence. No, this button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Interesting. Autosave. There's something on the roof there. Wait, oh, that's my other shoe. Oh my God. Wait, can I actually grab that? Wait, oh. Different guy. It's all about money, you know. Gotta spend money to make money. Money's what really matters. The money can't. Okay, this guy's not doing anything. Yeah, at least like Harry finally gets another shoe. Could I actually still grab my tie, I wonder? Like, come on, I'm owed this. Like, it's so stupid that I wasn't able to get it. Kim tries and look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Yeah, rub it in that I don't know how to pronounce viscera, or didn't know.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
We got experience for that.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb.
I can't do it.
A truly horrific necktie as
I'm not doing all that. I'm not spending a skill point just to get a tie.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Semblance of progress, we have another shoe.
like 2 baby crocodiles.
These don't look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Yeah, so I do have it on. Okay, great. So, feel pretty good about that. Wait, do I need to hold a tool in order to use it, actually? Oh. Okay, well, got an idea. I missed this. I keep missing the damn thought bubbles. Like, I just don't click on them at all. Okay, so if I'm holding this, then maybe we could grab the key off this guy's belt.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Nope. Right. Okay. Unless I need to put in the other hand, but I kind of doubt it. Maybe the cop is, wait, locked containers, right? Bit redundant, but... Do these do any... I mean, I know what the ammonia's for, but does this do anything? Oh, a sink there? Nosafed. Cool. Is there an option to constantly... Oh, there's coins there. Okay, that's, I got 4 real now. Yeah, sorry if I'm very, like, just meandering right now, though, because I'm not 100% entirely sure what to do, and I'm just very slowly trying to figure things out. See what we're dealing. See what we can do now.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
It doesn't even seem worth it though, because, hey, is this gonna use up the ammonia? Because I feel like it's gonna just use up the ammonia. Like, I don't mind getting a bit of help with that if you know.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Wait. What happens? Because I didn't actually talk to her yet.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Listen, child, the smell is so bad that I threw up, and they're gonna call me like a slur, aren't they?
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
That's it?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Those strange words you use, girl.
I come from the woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Alright, yeah, nothing helpful. So it's not gonna use up my ammonia, so let's just... I don't even want to bother trying, it's 8%.
looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
I almost want to try it, but it's like it's 8% though. It feels just gonna like, it's just not worth it.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
It's a white check. Fine. Well, we'll just see what happens. I'm probably not gonna...
There he still is, looking right through you. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once.
I lost the ammonia. Well...
The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
God damn it. The ammonia didn't help at all.
How does the wind right now? I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
So... why can I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? Wait, compress what?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Seem to be fine. It's in the thought perk thingy. Huh?
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
Oh.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me, I just can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Did that just say volumetric shit compressor? Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Put your bullet points into endurance to open this white check. Again, like, I wanna, that's what I've been thinking of doing, because I don't want to step away too much. That's what I've been thinking of doing, but I don't want to, like, become a fascist, but, like, I do want to get this body down, just because, like, that's what I came here to do, and it feels wrong to not do it. So... volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. You didn't need to remind me of that, game. It's supposed to be opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. What the fuck? 30 minutes. Alright. I guess that's supposed to happen then. Alright. Dang, what do I do now? It could have been caused by an earthquake. I don't think I was here yet. Yeah, I didn't know. And they didn't explore this area at all. Oh. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. You got a bag in your hand. You can collect these bottles and sell them. Where would I get a bag, I wonder? What about north? Martinez Pier. Where are you? Things I've seen and said. That's not the guy. Wait. There's a bag? Awesome. Wait. Distant squall of seabirds. Oh, can you... Oh, no, you can't. Oh, do you know what would be so funny? If you could actually equip this as a hat and then you just suffocate. That would be really funny. That sound is a little annoying. Whew! You're getting paid! Look at that. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Interesting. Wait, I walked by that garbage can. Hold on. Wait. I guess I sell this stuff at the Fritz store.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
I just saw something highlight on my inventory, but I had no idea what it was. About the dead stench. I started feeding my cat raw meat and fish a few months ago, and I'm completely desensitized now. I mean, I assume that meat's not rotten, though. Wait, let me try... Would you look at... Anyway, look what I got. Oh my god, I got my first bit of drip. Well, I got another clothing thing, but yeah. Anyway, so... Suggestion, -1 half light. That's let me just quickly see what decor is. So cool for cops, cop aficionados, pretend cops. Esprit de corps is the very spirit of policing, the copgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without esprit de corps, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks of colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. Alright. And what was, the other thing? Suggestion? I guess it's just persuading people. There. Cool for diplomats, charmers, and sociopaths. The suggestion offers a soft power approach. If people think what they want, think. Who the fuck is talking? If people think they want what you want, you've already won. This skill enables you to plant ideas into the minds of others. You can make citizens like you more. You can make gangsters turn on each other too. Many crime rings have been broken just by a little doubt after all. At high levels, suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to the charms return to you, but all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy, and you'll know it even if no one else does. With low levels of suggestion, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone during day and at night. Mood. Anyway. I think just for a change of appearance though, just look at that. I got drip. And it's blue too. That's very on brand. Girl up there, did she spill the paint?
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Traditional British cop drip. Yep. We just want to know your name, little lady. Don't need to get defensive.
Here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Is that Margaret Thatcher?
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
All right.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
All right.
Good idea, Piggy.
The suggestion code might help.
Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
So you don't know what to write.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't want trouble.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
You know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Something's getting highlighted in my inventory, but I don't know what it is. Like, it's telling me I got something, but I have no clue. Anyways. Garage. Outside apartments.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Again, that's a really cool painting. I like that one. Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds.
Alright. And here, once decades ago. Magnesium, sweet. These don't look like containers, but apparently they are. Oh, I didn't check that one yet. Your room in the whirling is much bigger than this sloop. Oh wait. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Owners of the harbor. Joyce L. What did the L stand for? Loser. Eh.
Dayton, my maiden name.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Ooh, I don't like the thought of touching people's cold-ass hands. Especially as someone who frequently has cold hands. Hands are not cold now, at least.
A strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Well, look at him. He has faith in me.
There's a trace of irony in his voice.
Or maybe not.
Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
Trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. We dabble in a little bit of tomfoolery.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Oh, hello.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats. Are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Wait, I thought Le Caillou was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
I'll come off like I'm envious and I'm not.
You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then, unburdened by envy.
Well, let's see if I can rewind that.
Of course there are. We're on an island. Yes, we are.
Technically, the neighboring Oz.
I haven't seen.
Actually, it's for.
Neither is.
You need to make this lady.
Yes, I
Before
do.
you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat.
Yeah.
of hers.
Yeah, I felt like I probably missed an opportunity there because it said like to get her with like an unexpected question or something, but I kind of glossed over that because I just didn't realize that I just couldn't really think about how that could really help me. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
And you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
What?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Sorry, Kim. Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Let's talk about the. Actually, I want to do the other things first.
Good.
I'll go back to that afterwards. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they
The
do?
Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing.
See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo tribes?
Saint Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Whoa, okay. What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep it moving. The workers do. The company's nothing without them.
We built this district.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP. Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
How do I repeal it then?
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Alone?
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Hello.
Now they won't even let me
Yeah.
into the harbour.
I mean, it was
There's
obvious,
a 2
but...
meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
So the strike is connected to the lynching?
Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to, how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Huh. The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
Scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right?
If these strike breakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there's 2 of them?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Yikes.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Well, knowing what they said about like the people at the top of it all, I prefer not to have an opinion on these things, because I don't know if she's lying or not. Normally, I would agree with the union thing, but
Of course, officer.
one more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Oh, Selena, here, let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Shit, I don't have my badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, detective?
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all my memory of my life and the world.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
I have morale.
Feelings will guide the way.
Madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm
I
solving.
assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You understand, it's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing.
Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this impasse. This isn't some side gig for me.
I need to get that badge. That's very important. She has a lot of information. Probably. You have so much else. I only have this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, in a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
I don't remember anything except for this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The
Like what?
Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Use this for a moment, madam.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you.
Me?
Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
I can argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowner, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
What?
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Well, commie panarch. Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. Let's see where this goes. I'm gonna get cancelled over this.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squad? He didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Your sleeves up and further breathe in the pristine air.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance weight checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. That's good. And Lovian socioeconomics reaction -2 visual calculus. So people think communism was a crazy idea that has come up. It's 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world, never to return again. And they were right until he woke up one day. A spiritual corpse responded to only the call of the Khmer Red prostitutes and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Do I want that? So, skill point. Well, hold on to that. Hold that thought. Literally hold that thought. So, all right. Kim wants to talk.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
What'd you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was just saving it for later. Oh, it's for henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Should I have done that sooner? I wanted to save it. God damn it.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
You could just, find my badge.
That would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Now you seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that this inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are really one and the same.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
Awesome.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the Blue Immensities.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
Tell me more about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What
Oh
is
wait,
a
that's going back.
Martinez. You would be excused for
So,
not knowing
what
about
is Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean. The world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor. Light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately. Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But I want to know everything now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Alright, whatever.